On a quiet, moonlit beach, something magical is happening beneath the sand. Tiny lives are about to begin, a dangerous yet extraordinary journey. From the moment they hatch, baby turtles face overwhelming odds. Most won't survive. But those who do will one day return to this very beach to continue the cycle of life. Buried deep under the warm sand, dozens of turtle eggs lie hidden in a nest dug weeks earlier by their mother. For nearly 2 months, the tiny embryos developed in silence, protected by the beach itself. Now the eggshells begin to crack, one by one. The first hatchling breaks free, followed by another and another. Within minutes, the nest comes alive with movement. Tiny turtles no bigger than the palm of a hand begin crawling upward together. Instinct tells them it's time to rise. Finally, after hours of struggle, the hatchlings burst out onto the surface of the beach. The air feels cool, the sand beneath them soft yet strange. Their eyes open to the world for the very first time. But there's no time to pause. The most dangerous part of their journey is about to begin. The hatchlings know exactly where to go, not because anyone teaches them, but because of instincts written into their very DNA. Drawn by the faint glow of the horizon and the sound of crashing waves, they begin their crawl toward the ocean. Their flippers move frantically, leaving tiny trails across the sand. But the beach is not safe. Ghost crabs scuttle across the sand, waiting for the slowest turtles. Birds circle overhead, their sharp eyes spotting movement in the moonlight. For these fragile creatures, every step is a battle for survival. Some hatchlings freeze, instinctively pulling into the sand as danger approaches. Others continue crawling, driven by determination. Each one fights its own silent war against predators that see them as an easy meal. But nature is both cruel and miraculous. Though many will be lost along the way, the sheer number of hatchlings ensures that at least a few will make it. This is how turtles have survived for over 100 million years, through strength in numbers and the unstoppable will to reach the sea. At last, the leading hatchlings reach the edge of the water. The waves crash forward, sweeping over them, and for the very first time they feel the pull of the ocean. Tiny flippers beat furiously, learning to swim in seconds as instinct takes over. But the sea is no safer than the beach. Fish lurk beneath the waves, ready to snap up the defenseless hatchlings. Gulls dive into the shallow waters, hoping to grab the ones that hesitate. Every moment is a race between survival and being caught. Still, the ocean is where they belong. With every flap of their flippers, they grow stronger. The current carries them farther from the shore, away from most predators. Those who make it past this dangerous beginning are now one step closer to fulfilling their ancient destiny. Scientists call this early stage the swim frenzy, where hatchlings can swim for hours without rest. It's their way of escaping danger and reaching safer waters. Though many will still be lost, the survivors show the resilience of life itself. Days turn into weeks, and the tiny hatchlings are now drifting far from the shore. This mysterious time is called the lost years, a period where no one truly knows where the young turtles go. They travel with ocean currents, floating among seaweed and finding shelter in drifting debris. In these years, survival depends on blending in. The ocean is filled with dangers: large fish, sharks, and seabirds. But in the cover of seaweed mats, hatchlings find food and safety. Their small bodies slowly grow stronger, their shells hardening with time. As months pass, some turtles travel thousands of miles with the currents. The sea becomes both their protector and their greatest challenge. For every 100 hatchlings that entered the ocean, only a handful survive these early years. Nature is harsh, but those who endure will carry on the cycle of life. By the time they're a few years old, the surviving turtles are no longer helpless. Their shells are harder, their flippers more powerful, and they can now explore deeper waters with confidence. Each survivor is a miracle of resilience, having beaten overwhelming odds. Decades pass. The once tiny hatchling has now grown into a powerful adult sea turtle. Its shell is broad and strong, its flippers capable of carrying it across oceans. After traveling thousands of miles, something deep within calls it back, to the very beach where its journey began. On a quiet night, the female turtle emerges from the waves. Slowly and carefully she crawls up the sandy beach. It's the same place where she once hatched under the stars. Now it's her turn to create the next generation. She digs a deep nest in the sand, using her strong back flippers. With patience, she lays her eggs, dozens of tiny white pearls of life, then covers them carefully before returning to the sea. Her job is done, and she leaves nature to take its course. Weeks later, the cycle begins again. Tiny hatchlings break free from their shells, racing toward the ocean under the same stars that once guided their mother. From egg to hatchling to adult, the life cycle of a sea turtle is a story of endurance, survival, and return. And so the gentle giants of the ocean continue their ancient journey, born on sandy shores, raised by the sea, and always returning home. A cycle that has lasted for millions of years, reminding us of nature's resilience and beauty.